Hello everyone and welcome back to Batman the Brave and the Bold. So we're continuing on through this level here, smashing up bad guys and bombs and Starro. um, so I guess from a tangent from the last episode, talking about the other kind of Green Lanterns. So we got John Stewart, who is he's pretty cool. He's probably like, I think for me, and I've probably said this before, and I'm probably reiterating myself, but for me, Hal was always my Hal at a certain point was my favorite, just kind of Green Lantern in general, even though, you know, people do say like, oh, you know, Hal's the boring one and all that. It's kind of true, but he does have his moments though. Like, he's got his standout moments. John was always like, I don't know, for John, even though I do love John Stewart, you know, Justice League cartoon, he was always like, he always fit into that category for me as well. This is probably because haven't really read a whole lot of Green Lantern stuff, but like, it's like they kind of put themselves in this box where it's like everything about their character is just kind of on the table. And there are some exceptions for that, of course, so, but, you know, whenever anybody said that about Hal, I kind of felt that, you know, kind of goes for, John too. But yeah, I love John. Obviously the standout is, you know, Justice League. You know, he became a core member of the team, and they didn't use Kyle Gardner or Kyle Gardner, Kyle Rayner, I should say. That's Guy Gardner on the screen, but yeah, they didn't use Kyle Rayner. They didn't use Hal Jordan. You know, they decided to go in a different direction, and I think for the most part, it's, you know, it's pretty paid off. I like that, you know, he's one of the more kind of serious characters. There's one episode I remember in particular where it's, you know, all the team, like, they're training together, and he's like the one who's kind of making that happen, so they can be, you know, stronger together whenever they have to face some sort of threat or whatever. So it was moments like that that made me really appreciate John, and also his little fling there with, you know, Hawk Girl. You know, it's great. Hey, look, money. But I probably said this before in the Green Lantern LP, but I'm actually really excited to see John and Hal get their show together, like, as part of James Gunn's new DC universe. It'll be interesting, you know, having more than one Lantern just kind of working together and such. I hope I'm hoping that for, like, you know, the direction I want them to go in is just like have John as kind of like a little bit of a rookie Green Lantern, like maybe he's been around for a little bit, and have Hal be, you know, the experienced mentor like figure. I think that'd be really cool. And, you know, having them go on space adventures together and all that. Oh yeah, speaking of John Stewart, I know somebody, I saw something a while ago about his appearance in Justice League, which didn't make it, and Yeah, I mean, it's a shame, but nothing we can do now since just the universe is fucking dead. Oh, what's up, Sinestro?
Appreciate you cleaning up your mess, heroes.
And now it's time to take out the garbage. And by garbage, I mean you, five-head.
Oh,
Yeah, this asshole.
not if you want to know where Starro was headed next.
Where's that, Sinestro?
A truce for now.
What?
One of the only few Green Lantern. Well,
Hurry, you might be able to catch him.
Come on,
he's the main, like, antagonist to, like, Hal and stuff.
if you have any intention of recapturing Starro, guy, we have to leave right now.
I actually do really like this version of Sinestro.
I'm sure you will, Guy Gardner, and I'll be ready.
Yeah, he's great. So that was the end of the level. Yay. Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern, is the one that I know, like, I know the least about.
Stop.
Like, it's between him and Alan Scott.
I will serve beautifully.
Because I know Kyle more so for, like, his first appearance and, like, maybe a few other things he did in the comics after that, but yeah, to me, Kyle is mostly a blind, like, in a blind spot.
Yes.
For me. But I do really, like, I like the fact that, you know, he's, oh yeah, here's the enemies I was talking about, where they turn to stone after a while. Yeah, Kyle's, like, I don't know much about Kyle. And I haven't really seen him at, like, in too many things. Like, at most, the only real things I can really think of from, like, the Kyle's made appearances in is, like, Superman the Animated Series and, Justice League. Like, outside of the DCAU, I barely know anything. But I hope we get more appearances in. It'd be great if, like, we could see Kyle and Guy show up for that Green Lantern show.
Where is the Great One?
We'll see.
I'll handle this one, Bats. They're obviously talking about me. That's right, you squishy little whatever you are.
Oh yeah, here's another thing from the show that's kind of visited on.
Come on, Bats. I'm jealous now.
Sidekick. Who is this green man? And why is his hair
I think these aliens are called squibs or something like that. No.
People of the planet Gibble, we have come to rid you of the
Oh, the Gibbles or whatever the hell they are. Yeah, this directly ties back to a another episode where Batman and Blue Beetle have to team up to save the Gibbles. I just uppercutted that Starro. That's crazy. But yeah, like I mentioned, I barely know Kyle from anything. Like maybe a few comics here and there, and like the DCAU stuff. It's just, other than that, it's basically nothing at this point. So, Alan Scott. He's another one which I don't really like know. Like I know the basics, but I don't know outside of that. Is just is another one I just don't really like know much of. Like as far as the basics, you know, he's the first Green Lantern. Like even before Hal Jordan, when he was not part of the Lantern Corps. Like he just found. I think he found a stone and made it into a lantern or something. Like the only real attachment to Alan Scott I have is from the Earth 2 comics. And I mean like from the New 52 era, like the new Earth 2 or whatever. So and
yeah, well my statue better be pretty huge after I'm done here. I swear, some people got no respect.
yeah, that's about it. if we're talking about appearances, let's talk about Starro for a minute. So I remember this was way after the show was finished. They aired odd episodes from time to time, like on Teletoon. And yeah, I'm Canadian. Just a reminder. So they'd show them on Teletoon, and like a few episodes I caught from Brave and the Bold was the two-parter with Starro. And Starro is, when you really think about it, Starro's fucking terrifying. Oh yeah, I don't have that gadget. Shit. Yeah, I think that we get that gadget we get after we beat everything. So.
Their release was really your fault, guy.
I'll have to take a hose to it when we're done. Hope my ring's waterproof.
Yeah, Starro, like those episodes were terrifying, and just in general, the concept of Starro is just terrifying, with him kind of possessing you in a way, with all his little offsprings and whatnot.
Knock it off, doofus.
So your face is just a starfish. There you go. That guy's fucking dead. Batman just murdered him wholesale.
Hurry, sidekick. We must flee the planet before we are overtaken by the star-shaped threat.
That's really not necessary.
Frightened little fellas, aren't they? Come on, let's check out their ship.
I didn't mention this yet, but I like that we're not just limited to like one planet for this one. Like, we're hopping around different ones all over the galaxy, you know, trying to take out Starro, trying to capture Mongol. So let's see, what do we have? Just a couple minutes left. But yeah, Starro is terrifying. Like, just from those episodes, it's a terrifying concept. And if we're talking about other appearances, I mean, the Suicide Squad is definitely one of them. One of my favorites, even though this isn't really a DC show, but Robot Chicken had a really fun thing with Starro in their second special, I believe it was. Yeah. But yeah, just like, you know, he's in the Legion of Doom, like the Legion of Doom, everybody's thinking he's a joke. He gets flushed down the toilet, then he shows up at the very end, ginormous, and just demolishing everyone in his path. Like, that is hilarious to me. Like, the funniest part is just him emerging out of the ocean. I am Starro, motherfuckers! It's great. It's so good.
Yeah, right. But for the record, I was gonna suggest that anyway.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that to explode. Haha, funny. Haha. It's stupid. I'm trying to think of, like, where I'm sure he's in other, like, Starro's in other things, but I know he was in there's a movie with Jonathan Kent and Damian Wayne, like Super Sons or something like that. He's the main villain in that. That is also another example of Starro being fucking terrifying. Oh yeah, gotta get the cash. I was just like, you think everything's normal, then all of a sudden these fucking starfish things come out of your mouth and attach to your face. Like, it is a really terrifying concept. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this part. So next time we'll continue on through with the last segment of the game, and yeah. Take care, everyone.